What's good, y'all? We're back with another video, and today we're going to talk about this huge fire sale that went on in Orlando, Florida with the Orlando Magic. Let's get into it. The Orlando Magic traded Nikola Vucevic, Evan Fournier, and Aaron Gordon, probably their three best players on the team. They've been in mid-mediocrity for a really long time, being the 7th or 8th seed or then a 9th and 10th seed, but really haven't had been that bad to be able to get that high of a pick. And this year, they're hitting the hard rebuild, getting rid of basically all their good players, and really trying to go up there and tank for Cade, I guess. And they got these young players back, and let's see what they can do with them. Vucevic has been averaging 25 and 12 this year, and the Magic really got a nice package out of Nikola Vucevic. They're probably surprised by the package. That's why they ended up getting rid of him and trading him, because they didn't want to trade him at the beginning, but I guess the package was that good. The Magic traded Vucevic and Al-Farouq Aminu for Wendell Carter, Otto Porter, and 2 first-round picks. That's a nice package. 2 first-round picks. Otto Porter and Wendell Carter, a young big that they could have got in the draft when they drafted Mo Bamba. Mo Bamba's been a big disappointment, and Wendell Carter's been a bit underwhelming and injury-prone, but he's better than Mo Bamba. Aaron Gordon this season has been averaging 15 and 6, and he got traded to the Nuggets for Gary Harris, RJ Hampton, and 2025 protected first-round pick, and also Gary Clark was involved in that trade. Now, I feel like that is a decent package for the Orlando Magic. They're getting back a young guard, a young slashing guard in RJ Hampton, and they got the contract to go with it with Gary Harris, and they'll probably dump that, and he's not really a part of the future, but he's a decent player for now. And the 2025 first round pick is very deep in the future, but it could be worth something. RJ Hampton's from Dallas, and I'm from Dallas, so it may be a little bit of bias here why I'm a bit more of a believer than I should be in RJ Hampton, but he's shown defensive potential. He's shown his slashing potential, like I said. He still hasn't shown that three-point ability that he probably needs to be a really good player, but that slashing ability and this defensive effort, those two will bring him a long way, and I feel like he's a willing passer at times. So add that together, develop him, and you may have a nice shooting guard on your hands. Evan Fournier has been averaging 19 points on really good efficiency, and you know what he brings. He brings really good scoring and really good three-point ability, and I feel like that's really valuable to a team like the Boston Celtics that needs some of that shooting and just needs some more depth in their lineup and in their team so they don't start people like Aaron Nesmith some days, Semi Ojeleye some days, and it's just like, wow, this is really a top-heavy team. Especially with all of those draft picks, it's still a top-heavy team. You should have decent role players on your team when you're drafting that much, especially in these last 5 years. Evan Fournier, 20-point-per-game scorer, got traded for 2 first-round picks. 2 first-round picks. And this makes me think, and I know I don't want to bring it back to the Mavs, and this is a Magic video, but the Mavs could benefit from somebody like Evan Fournier, and you're gonna, and 2 second-round picks is all the Celtics had to do to get Evan Fournier. The Mavs couldn't get in that sweepstakes. We probably gave the same package for JJ Redick. We gave James Johnson, and I forget the other player. We gave James Johnson and Wesley Iwundu and a second-round pick, 2 second-round picks. I mean, we couldn't give that. Evan Fournier, he can also score, unlike JJ Redick is more of a shooter. He's also a decent scorer as well, and a three-point shooter on spot ups and on catch and shoot. Why couldn't we trade for him? That's very interesting, but I know this is a Magic video, so I'm not gonna talk about the Mavs no more. Anyways, this is a big steal for the Celtics to Danny Ainge, and they really didn't give up anything. No Marcus Smart, none of that. Just a really good player, add on to some of the lack of depth that they have, and I feel like he'll be a really good piece for them. All in all, the Magic get 3 second-round picks, 2 first-round picks, Gary Harris, RJ Hampton, Otto Porter, and Wendell Carter Jr. That's a pretty decent package out of these 3 players that's been on a mediocre team and just been on a mediocre team for just about a half a decade. And I feel like they got a pretty good package out of all those players, man. I'd be happy as a Magic fan. I'm not happy about these players going, but I feel like the Magic did a decent job, and now what they really have to do is just sit on their draft picks, which they haven't done in the past. But I just want to talk about these young players, and really in consideration is RJ Hampton and Wendell Carter, because I feel like those are the 2 players that are really a part of this future. Wendell Carter is a Swiss Army knife type of defender, but his biggest problem in Chicago is that he couldn't go one-on-one against bigger type of centers because he's only 6'9", and he's just an undersized big man. But, he's a versatile defender, and I feel like if you put him next to somebody like Jonathan Isaac that's really good at shot blocking off the ball, something like that. I feel like he can be really good and really show his strengths on the defensive end. And also RJ Hampton, although he hasn't got many reps in Denver because they're a playoff team and they're not looking for development right now. I feel like he can get a lot better in Orlando, just getting opportunity, because they're going to be terrible. They're going to be really bad. They're going to be in the Cade Cunningham sweepstakes for sure, and I hope they can get him because they've been mediocre for so long. It's just 9th to 10th seed, and they're tanking for the first time, so hopefully they can get Cade Cunningham. But I feel like RJ Hampton has the skills, he has the passing, he has the athleticism, and he has the defensive effort. All he needs is that jump shot, and maybe he can develop that in Orlando and become a decent shooting guard. And man, Markelle Fultz has a lot of injury history. Jonathan Isaac, this is his second kind of big injury. I feel like maybe Wendell Carter and RJ Hampton can start a little bit of a different future for you. Although I think they should keep Jonathan Isaac, I don't think you should just bank on Markelle Fultz a lot anymore because he just gets hurt way too much, and he's just a caveat. And with Cole Anthony, I like him as well, and that's kind of the thing. If they get Cade Cunningham in the draft next year, one person is going to be coming off the bench a lot for that next year, and Cole Anthony, RJ Hampton, Cade Cunningham. Only if you want to play Cade Cunningham like a Ben Simmons and have 2 short guards by him, which is very possible, and with the versatility of Cade Cunningham, that can happen. So I feel like this future will look a lot better with the first round pick that they get next year, but right now, you can see something for me. Alright guys, that's all I got for you guys today. If you like this type of content, like and sub on the video if you haven't already. This is like my first long form video in a minute, so subscribe for more vids like this, and I'll see you guys next time.